I know Maddie.
Okay.
Dana's here as well. She stepped
So
over.
let's see, get that.
Yay.
So go on. Hey Betty, we're testing things out. Can you go on and see if it came up?
On my computer or my
On your computer. It sounds like it did, but it's yep. Oh, look at that. We are on YouTube.
Yes. Yeah.
How does it look like?
That looks great. Yeah.
Alright, let me switch it to speaker view to see what it looks like when I do it.
Yeah. Put it back on the gallery.
So then after that you can go off.
So go off Wi-Fi on here.
Yeah, on both. Okay. Looking good.
Yeah.
Hey everybody.
Hello.
So we are on the YouTube right now. And hopefully not too many people are watching yet. And if they are, they're getting a little peek behind the curtain. So yeah, just a couple reminders that I mentioned this afternoon. If it's possible, if you could go off and everyone in your space could go off of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth for every device that you're not currently on for this, that would probably help the potential buffering issues. But so far it looks like everyone's connection is pretty good. Yeah, email link. I'll do a little spiel at the beginning, a little intro. And then I sent you the retooled lineup. A few changes there. But I'll come in and out and do transitions between. And yeah, like all I'm gonna say about you is your names, where you're tuning in from, what you're gonna be doing, like song, poetry, comedy, whatever, and just the tiniest bit of like how we know each other, and then I'll let you take it from there. And you know, like we talked about earlier in the day, you say what you want to say. Talk about what you want to talk about before you do your thing. You could talk about what you want to talk about after you do your thing. And then, yeah, just make it clear that you're kind of wrapping up, and then I'll come back in. I'll keep us on this screen and then move it to speaker view when you're ready to go. Any questions? Any issues? Everybody's good to go. I think Courtney's the only one who's going to kind of be off for a while at the beginning because she's out west. So she needs a little more time, and she'll pop in at some point. It's looking good, though.
Thank you, Michael, for organizing this.
Thank you, everyone, for being a part. Organizing's easy. You're doing the hard part.
Did you guys all clap at 7 p.m. for your hospital people?
Oh, in New York? Is that the thing?
Yeah. Cool. We could hear them.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It's those are the moments where you're like, oh, New York's kind of fine.
Kind of fine. Is that every day at 7 now?
Yeah, it's like twice a day, once in the morning, or every shift change, I think.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
We're not really by like a hospital.
But yeah, that's why there aren't a lot of people clapping,
Yeah.
but it's nice.
Sydney, you doing good there?
Yes.
Cool.
So great.
Betty,
I think I
you're...
need to switch connections, so I might have to check out for a second.
Okay. Betty, you're looking good.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of too much bounce back on the light, so I'm just dinging around a little bit.
Okay. Kylie, looking good.
My audio okay? I never really use my laptop.
Yeah, your audio's good.
Ask if you're back in the video.
I'm gonna go turn my phone off.
Okay. Paul and Dana, good. You look good. Yep.
Scotty.
Nice.
Be okay with being a chill person.
You're never gonna be chill.
Me?
No, because you try to be chill and it's not right.
No, but
Are we on meeting?
no.
No, you're not.
No, but like.
So yeah, another reminder about mute and stuff like that is, I guess, in talking to some of the comedians, it would be obviously as long as your space you're in is kind of quiet otherwise, like no dogs, no kids running around, things like that, no extra noise. I think it would be helpful for us all to not be on mute, especially for. I mean, we can do that for everyone, but especially for the comedians who it might benefit to hear some reaction, as long as there's no other like peripheral noise in the background. But other than
Is
that,
that the question of to mute or not to mute?
it was.
And the answer was to not mute?
The answer was, as long as you don't have any real bad background noise likely to pop up, then it's fine to be unmuted and therefore laughing hysterically at all of the comedy.
Excellent. I was going to ask if it's okay to react.
Oh, absolutely. No, Betty, no reactions at all. And
Oh darn. I'll practice my stoic.
all right. I'm going to switch us to speaker view and go live, you guys. Yay! Oh, so that's actually interesting. If we're on speaker view, actually when I'm speaking, you do need to be muted because it could probably, if you make a noise, it could put you up. Like right now, Maddy's on speaker view for some reason, and I'm not. Are you muted, Maddy?
I don't think so. Can you guys?
Mute yourself and let me see what happens.
Michael, you should be able to pin your video.
Oh yeah.
Does that help?
Oh, yeah, right. Pin my video. Ah, sweet. Thanks, Myles.
Yeah.
Now I'm not muted.
Great. Fixed. Hey, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this first virtual Talk Hard. This is incredible. Thank you to all of our 12, 13 artists tuning in. Thank you to the millions of YouTube viewers watching us right now. Really, thank you so much. We're going to jump right into it, but I do want to give a little bit of background for those of us who aren't familiar with who the hell I am, who the Outer Loop is, and what Talk Hard is. So I'm Michael Herman. I am the co-artistic director of the Outer Loop. The Outer Loop is a nonprofit theater organization that was started 10 years ago. by me, and Rachel and I run it together now. We are husband and wife. And the Outer Loop was founded to be a vehicle for young artists and artists of all stripes, ages, to fine-tune their work, develop their voice. It's hard to self-produce, as we know, as artists. And, you know, I really felt strongly that we could be a safe place for artists to test out their work and find their voice. And so what's really cool is we were doing Talk Cards live in New York City for years, like in 2015. We were doing one in Manhattan and one in Brooklyn, and they were going really well. And we did those for a few years, and then Rachel and I moved out of the city, so Talk Card kind of stopped. But you know, we all find ourselves in this interesting time now, this crisis, where I think we're feeling many things. We're feeling, I think we've all been saying we're feeling disconnected. We're feeling a lack of empathy from lots of different directions, maybe from our leadership. You know, we're feeling, some of us feeling hopeless, you know, just really feeling like we need each other. We need to connect to each other. We need to share our art. We need to continue to be able to create our art. A lot of the artists with us tonight, and I know a lot of people watching, you've not been able to work. You don't have any gigs to go to. You can't, comedians can't go and do a gig at a comedy club. Musicians can't perform and do a show. Actors are out of work. Broadway's closed, right? So over the last week or so, we asked ourselves the question, what is it feels like we all need in this country, in this world right now? And what can we at the Outer Loop do to help fill that need a little bit? And the answer to what do we need, I mean, you know, it really just feels like we need connection, right? We need connection right now. We need some empathy. We need some art, and we need some love. And I felt like what better way to do it than to bring Talk Card back, which encompasses all of those things, bring together a bunch of artists from all over the country, coast to coast to coast, musicians, comedians, actors, writers, poets, everyone, do this weekly and be able to connect each other and share in that love, that art, that hope, and that compassion for each other, and be able to help each other get through this a little bit. So on that note, I encouraged all of the artists tonight, you know, as I mentioned, you know, we're all out of work, not just artists, but tonight, you know, a lot of these artists are out of work, unable to, you know, earn money doing the thing that they love and that they've trained to do. So I encouraged everyone to, you know, if they want, when they perform tonight, to share their, you know, their Venmo, their PayPal, however it is. You know, if you feel like, you know, I really love this comedian, this singer, this actor, I want to help this person get by because they're just unable to, you know, derive any income from their art right now. So some may do that, some may not, but it's encouraged. And please, if you know, you'd be going to a club tonight and buying a ticket and buying some drinks at the bar and taking a cab and doing all that stuff. So, you know, we're bringing it right into your living room in your PJs. So, you know, if you feel so inspired and so moved by any of these artists, please help support them. That would be really cool. And those on YouTube, if you would like, let us know you're there and drop a comment on YouTube so we know you were there and what you're thinking and what's working, what's not, because we're going to keep this going weekly and it's a workshop experience. So we're looking to see what's working, what's not, and fix it as we go. So looks like we're going all good so far. We're not getting any texts that make me nervous. So we look good so far. So let's get it going and do some talking hard. I'm going to introduce our first performer. Her name is Shayna Goodman. She happens to be the face of Talk Hard, which if any of us, any of you who know Talk Hard from the beginning, Shayna's been there from the beginning. She hosted a lot of our events. She is just one of the most generous, funny, kind, talented people we know. And she's also the face you see on most of the posters because she's got the most incredible expressions. So I'm going to turn it over to Shayna, and she's going to delight us with some tunes, I think.
Yeah, that was a big build-up, Michael. Thanks.
I'm sorry.
Just kidding. Glad to be here. I'm going to sing. You know what? This quarantine's been interesting. I'm drinking, by the way. So I've realized a lot about myself. And one thing is that I really love singing Al Green. So I'm going to sing an Al Green song. I'm going to do it with glasses on because I'm terrified of singing. So, and I'm also going to hopefully make my way into all of your hearts and homes and beds.
Nice.
Just kidding. Sorry. I like this. I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right with me. Let me see those hands. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my whole life with you. Since, babe, since we've been together, ooh, loving you forever is all I need. Let me be the one you come run to. I'll never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together, loving you whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Let's see those lighters in the air. Woo. Good or bad, happy or sad. Why people break up, turn around and make up. I just can't see. You never do that to me. Staying around you is all I see. Let's stay together, loving you whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Come on, baby, let's stay together, loving you whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Woo! Yeah! Thanks. Woo-hoo! My second and last.
Where's that coming from? Hold on.
What music is on?
Hey, Kev. Hold on. Kev probably just jumped on it. That sounds like Kev. Hey, Kev. Oh, can I mute him? I can, right? All right. I think we're good. Go ahead.
Come on, it's rude.
Go ahead. I think we're good, Shayna.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do. Oh, can you put your face ID in? Yeah. A Janis Joplin song. Woo!
Woo! You were made to sing Janis Joplin.
Right.
Right.
Janis Joplin. All right, here we go.
Hmm?
Live shows.
Yeah.
Ads.
I want
The
to sing
Liberty
that.
Mutual.
Limu Emu.
I think I need a stand for this one.
Yeah.
It's not helping. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Didn't I make you feel like you were the only man? Yeah, didn't I give you nearly everything a woman possibly can? Honey, you know I did. Each time I tell myself that I think I had enough, well, I'm gonna show you, baby, that a woman can be tough. Wanted you to come on, come on, come on, come on, hey. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Break another little piece of my heart, my darling, yeah. Have another little piece of my heart now, baby. You know you got it if it makes you feel good. I need real water. You're out on the street, looking good, baby, deep down in your heart. I guess you know that it ain't right. Never, 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 never hurt me when I cry at night. And each time I tell myself that I can't stand the pain, but when you hold me in your arms, I'm singing once again. Wanting to come on, come on, come on, come on, hey. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Break another little piece of my heart, my darling, yeah. Break another little piece of my heart now, baby. You know you got it, that makes you feel good.
Ow!
Woo!
Shayna, people are apparently going bonkers on YouTube right now.
Really?
Yeah, really. Rachel's monitoring the YouTube comments. That was amazing.
Well, all right.
Thanks.
You are as amazing a singer as you are a funny person. Are you done?
It's fun.
And I would say the glasses only helped everything.
Oh,
Really good.
absolutely.
They help. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do help.
Totally. So, did you want to say anything?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, what makes this a really smooth transition is that by chance our next performer happens to probably be in the room with you. So I'm gonna introduce Sarah Garner to everyone. Sarah's also a Talk Hard veteran from way back. One of the funniest humans Rachel and I have ever witnessed. And I think, and Sarah's coming to you obviously from New York City also, and I think she's gonna share some of her hilarious poetry with us.
YouTube wants to know if Shayna can rap.
Wants to know if Shayna can rap. YouTube wants to know if Shayna can rap.
You want to rap right now?
No, just if she's able to rap.
She is able. I've seen it.
Okay, she can rap next week.
She's behind me.
she'll rap next week. Yes, she can. So take it away, Sarah.
Cool. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
The other side of the room.
Nice.
Shane was just in. So this is the couch.
Sweet.
I'm a stand-up in New York, but I'm not doing stand-up tonight. Tonight since this quarantine, I've been writing poetry. So this is I'm going to share a poem and a song that I wrote while in quarantine. So I'm going to start with the poem, and it's called What Is Time? Okay. Usually I have to look at clocks because I have places to be, but now there is no time. You can go to bed when you want, and wake up when you want, and drink at 7 a.m., and shower at 3 a.m., and nap. But then sometimes you nap all day. And then is it sleep? What's the difference between sleep and nap anyway? Isn't sleep just a very long nap? You can eat when you want because no one is watching, except maybe your cat who is silently judging you, which is okay because you often see him licking his own ass, and he's an asshole anyway. And you're vaguely dissatisfied, and you don't know why, and you had a thought that maybe you would put pants on, but that was 3 hours ago. No, wait, it was actually only 6 minutes ago. Has it only been 6 minutes? Wow. It's probably time to eat again, if it's been 6 whole minutes. I'll go get the ice cream, because that's my new breakfast food.
I think we all feel similarly.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
That was awesome.
Okay, so the next song is about the show Tiger King. Has everybody seen Tiger King?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Everybody else
Yes.
does.
Well, it's
Ask
fascinating.
people on YouTube.
Have the people on YouTube seen?
Yo, Tiger King is so crazy.
Talking about it, it'll make sense.
Yo, I was on mute this whole time. Everything was amazing, but Tiger King is phenomenal.
We watched it in 2 nights, and I wrote a song about it. And I just started playing the guitar a week and a half ago, so just don't judge how shitty I am at it.
What?
YouTube says yes, Tiger King.
Okay, YouTube says that. Okay, YouTube, this
Let's
is
get it. It's all love. This is current events. Almost.
you know, I'm very for noticing.
Don't judge it.
Okay, all right, don't judge the guitar, all right? Joe Exotic is the star of his own life. Someone should teach him to put eyeliner on top of his eyes. He should have been in a community theater play. It's a more appropriate outlet for a Midwestern gay. Instead, he talks about killing Carol all day. I didn't know to love big cats. You had to be a sociopath. Jeff Lowe is a con man who wears a bandana and a hat. Only a cowboy can look cool like that. We're supposed to trust him, but he's been conning all his life. Jeff's not a cowboy, he's just a dick to his wife. But seriously, how hot is his wife? To love big cats, you had to be a sociopath. Then there's Carol Baskin, who I think is actually good. Her cap and wardrobe is a whole damn mood. Maybe she killed her husband and then she lied. Or maybe he was a drug dealer and then he died. Oh, maybe she had something to hide. I didn't know to love big cats. You had to be a sociopath. Doc Antle is the most sociopathic and odd. He makes everyone call him a name that means God. Somehow this asshole, he has 4 wives. How'd he get so many hot women to throw away their lives? This asshole, he has 4 wives. I didn't know to love big cats. You had to be a sociopath. The real heroes of the show are everyone else, which is definitely a red flag in and of itself. Armless and med smoking, they all seem sane. Who wanted hanging with cats to be their only game? Who were exploited by all of the crazies who lost limbs, teeth, years, and days. I guess not everyone who loves big cats is a sociopath.
Yes.
Thank God. I love cats. I was concerned that I'd have to trick a straight person into marrying me. And I'm not an asshole. I promise you I love cats. I'm not a sociopath, so thank God to love big cats. You can't be a sociopath.
Sarah, I think one comment, the YouTube exploded on that song, and what one comment that we're gonna pull off of that for you is someone said
Making my night better.
making my night better. Yeah, that was
Mission accomplished.
I'll get better.
that was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Woo!
That was awesome. Cool. How do I get back to me? Oh, cool. So I go to. So that was incredible. Thank you, Sarah. So we're gonna stay in the comedy genre right now, and I'm gonna introduce Myles Potter to you. Myles is an amazing human. I recently met Myles because he is a classmate of Rachel's at NIU in the MFA acting program. Super nice, super cool guy, super funny. So I'm going to introduce you now to Myles and get him up here for you so he can share his brilliance with you.
Woo-hoo!
Woo! There he is.
All right. Thank you. Okay, handshake. There's no one there. I have a mic in my apartment, so I'm using that. I just want to show you it's connected to nothing, so it's all imagined that it is. Before, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, so this just feels dumb that I'm talking it's now. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Are there any Mormons out there? I can only see like 8 of you, so No. Okay, no Mormons.
No Mormons.
Is that a stripper or a cop?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay, not gonna hurt any feelings. Is Dwayne the Rock Johnson here? All right. All right, he's probably busy. Cool. All right, we should be fine.
If you're Samantha.
This is my first time actually wearing normal clothes today. I'm normally wearing a short sleeve white collared T-shirt, a black tie, and holding a Bible so that people stay 6 feet away from me. Okay, next joke. I get confused whether it's a casual cop or a professional stripper. It probably depends on what's in the belt, right? Flashlight, cop, black dildo, could be either. All right, The Rock's not here. I don't want to anger him.
No.
Okay. It hurts my feelings personally because The Rock is the most successful comedic actor of our generation. It's a fact. And I saw an interview. I watch interviews of him. I hate that I have to say that. He said that he wants Will Smith's career, which is fine. But I want The Rock's career. He gets the best roles. He gets roles like the veterinarian who used to be a Navy SEAL, or the best friend next door who used to be a Navy SEAL, or the Navy SEAL who used to be an insane Navy SEAL. Now, if The Rock really wants Will Smith's career, he's gonna eventually start doing a lot more dramatic roles. Imagine being the screenwriter for a film and being told that The Rock wants to accept the lead role in the film you're writing. And what? The Rock wants this role? He realizes that this character has leukemia, right? And gets beat up by a chicken? He wants it? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need you to rewrite the part so he used to be a Navy SEAL. It's not gonna work. All right, I am going to talk about coronavirus very quickly. It takes a hard left, so we should be fine. We all know where to go to get more information. You go to cdc.gov. That's where I went. That's where I go to get more information about what's going on. I advise you go there. But where did I also go? I went to corona.com, the beer. You know what it says there? Nothing. At least get a statement. This is a PR nightmare. Or it can be the greatest thing to happen to Corona since Limes. If the person in charge of Wendy's Twitter was in charge of Corona's, Corona would be the new water. They haven't said anything since early March. On their website, they're advertising travel. Travel.
That's a fact.
Go there right now. It's 2020. We're doing a census this year, so Corona could find out every household that has someone over the age of 21. Send a 6-pack of Corona to them, which is $9 based on a Google I did right before this. You can send it to 1,000 people. That'd be $9,000. Corona can afford it. Alcohol is recession-proof. People would lose their minds. You can make it a hashtag. Hashtag Corona for Corona. Hashtag found my beach at home. Hashtag 6 Coronas apart. Hashtag self-isolation found my beach destination. Hashtag finally drinking alone is responsible. They have zero idea what's going on. Here's what I imagine their executive board meeting goes like. Hey guys, it's Corona time. Yeah, all right, excellent. Listen, guys. I've been holding up in the office for the past month, thinking about how we can really push these seltzers. All right, Dave, are you okay? You keep coughing. Stop that. It's disgusting. Okay. Now let me paint a picture for you. I started drinking when I was 19, and I was pretty cool. This guy fucks. I want to remind people what it was like during that time. When it was all fun, innocent, crazy. Dave, you're really killing the vibe with that coughing. All right, I won't ask you again. My plan is to make a video, a Corona video, COVID, about what it's like drinking at 19, COVID-19. Dave, get to work on it. All right. Thank you. That's all I got.
Myles, the YouTube is exploding right now. You should go see what's exploding on the YouTube right now.
Hell yeah.
That was awesome. Thanks, Myles.
Yes.
Woo! That was incredible. That was amazing. Thank you, Myles. Absolutely hilarious. Cool. We are gonna keep it going in the comedy category with arguably the absolute most hilarious human I have ever seen do anything.
You can't say that about
Ever.
everyone.
I can't say that about everyone? Oh, okay. But I mean it about everyone, though. I can't.
know,
I guess I can't say that. But it's true.
That's cool.
Straight out of New York City, another Talk Hard veteran. Let me find her. Maddy Smith coming up. Here she comes. You're coming. You're coming. You're coming. There you
Can you hear
are.
me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I said, can you hear me?
Woo!
New York City! Oh my god. I think all the other comedians just dropped out of the show after that compliment, but thank you very much.
Nah, we here, we live, man.
That's one way to lower self-esteem for everyone else, but hey, I think it's good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys, what a time to be alive. This is so sad. This day, what day is it? Day 19? Who knows anymore? I've been, I feel like I realized that quarantine is making me lose my mind a couple days ago, April 1st, when I actually had to sell a few of my organs for rent. So that was super stressful. I actually only made $60 in a colostomy bag. So then I had to blow my landlord, and it's crazy because my landlord's my dad. But
Oh,
anyway,
no.
No, I'm kidding. I wish. I have no function of my bowels. Oh my god, it's so stressful. I've been quarantined with my boyfriend, and yeah, that's a way to really we've turned into like an old married couple, you know, in that we absolutely hate each other, but we will never separate due to ethical constraints. It's not happening. So sit down and eat your raw cookie dough. Every morning. Do you guys do this? Do you guys take your temperature in the morning still?
Sure.
No one takes the temperature?
No.
No?
No. Should we?
Oh, maybe it's just I take my temperature to make sure I don't have coronavirus. So every morning I take my temperature, and my boyfriend puts the thermometer in my mouth. And this morning he was like, "Wait, could I actually maybe put it in your butt this one time?" It's an anal joke, guys. I see how some of you are parents and you're laughing. I like that, and I appreciate it. Oh man! All right, that's all my Corona jokes because we got to get out of the Corona mindset. Okay, so let's move on.
Okay.
I love my boyfriend. He's real. His name is Ryan Reynolds.
He's real.
And, I love him so much because I had to date a lot of people before I met him. Like New York City. I don't know where you guys live, but when you live in New York City, you have to put your 10,000 hours in, right? And I tried to tell my boyfriend, he got freaked out. He was like, "Wait, how many guys were you with before me?" And I was like, 4, and he was like, "Not bad." And I was like, "D7. So, right? At one point, it was hard to tell the difference between me and a competitive hot dog eater, but stunk in water goes right in. Kobayashi, motherfucker.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
This feels weird. I'm alone in a living room. Anyway, yeah, so I love my boyfriend. And I met him at the perfect time. I'm 28, which in women years is dead. So it was great for me. And it's crazy. He's a 34-year-old man. Technically, he's younger than me. Isn't it wild? We go out in public. People are like, "How old is your son?" And my boyfriend, he actually makes a lot more money than me, which is fucking awesome. Yo, Susan Anthony can suck my fucking dick.
Oh,
Like, I'm sorry. I get a little graphic here. I'm sorry. No one's laughing at it. It's amazing though. You gotta date someone who makes more money than you because it's like a great way for me to save money, you know what I mean? And it's like he makes so much more money that it's like pointless for me to pay the bill. And I don't know if anyone here dates someone who makes more money than him, but when the bill comes, I have to pretend that I want to pay it, okay? Because it's just what you do, ethical, right? So I always do the fake wallet reach. Ladies, you guys ever do the fake reach for the wallet when you're on a date?
Yeah.
Which is when the bill comes, you gotta go, "Wait, let me, you reach for the purse. If he doesn't see you, you gotta go back down. "Let me, Then it turns into a dance move. Pay the bill. Pay the bill. Pay the bill. Oh, I've saved so much money by pretending to want to pay. But you know what? I don't care because guys do the same thing during sex, right? They act like they want to, and then they don't. After they come, they're like, "Wait, let me." And you're like, "Nah, man, you'll get me next time." Oh man, look at Sarah and Shayna. You guys are so cute on the couch. I don't know why, but you're the only ones on my thing right now, so now it looks like I'm just performing for you two. Are you guys dating? That's awesome. Well, you have the haircut for it. All right, fun. Anyway, they're still laughing, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I have no income. Doesn't that suck? And hey,
Yeah.
that's not just a quarantine thing. This is if I didn't read the news, I wouldn't know about coronavirus. Not gonna lie, all I do is sit inside. But I have no income. I haven't for a long time. I think my mistake was moving to New York City already in debt. I moved to New York with $40,000 of debt. And now I have $45,000 of debt. Thank you, because I'm a magician. Yeah. And it's fucking awful. I don't know if you guys have a lot of debt. I'm not going to ask because that's rude. But I think about it all the time. Like, I went on a date with this guy, and he was like, "Do you have any interest?" And I was like, "So many. I have 12% on a federal loan, and 10% on a private, and then I have a floating rate. What the fuck is that?" Changes with the seasons. I think it's a Libra. But I would literally never pay off my debt. It's not going to happen. Plus, the UN said the world is ending in 12 years because of climate change. Okay. How about a Hummer to make it happen faster? Vroom, vroom, motherfucker. Yeah. Put it on the credit card, because when you're poor, credit cards are gift cards. So I'm never going to pay it off, but I would have sex with a guy if he paid off my student loans, right? Like, I would never sleep my way to the top, but I would for sure sleep my way to breaking even. Doesn't that sound great? Come on, my tits, just give me in the black, baby. That's how I give head. Oh, was that too dirty for you guys? I feel like some people tuned out after a while. That's my time. Was that too long? Too short?
That was amazing, Maddy. One of the I think it's worth sharing. One of the YouTube exploded again, but one of the best comments was we have people's grandmothers listening.
You know what? Your grandmother's been around a long time, and I'm gonna tell you something. She sucked a couple.
Oh my God!
That was my grandpa.
Oh, great. Well, maybe quarantine's the time to learn these things about each other. Learn about them, put them in a box, and pretend it never happened.
Thank you, Maddy. That was amazing.
Thank you for having me. I'll see you guys soon.
All right, thank you. Oh, amazing. So I wasn't wrong, right? Right? I was right.
Yo, everybody's the funniest.
Everybody's the funniest. It's true. I was not wrong. So let's keep it going. You don't want to hear from me. You want to hear from another hilarious lady, and her name is Maggie Lally, and she is also a talk hard veteran.
What's up?
And she is coming to the screen right now.
Hey guys, I love your chains. I don't see myself. Is everyone seeing me?
We do.
Yes,
You're pinned.
Okay, this is my Rose, which I already finished today. Oh hell yeah!
Rose.
Rose all day. Listen, my teeth have turned black from the box of wine that I bought. So look at my teeth. It's disgusting. I'm realizing I never showered for me. I've been showering for other people this whole time. Yeah, and I'm googling stuff like Zoom AA NYC, Alcoholics Anonymous meetings in New York. I can check out. Yeah, I also had group sex on Zoom the other week. You guys should try it. You guys should give it a shot. I also had a Zoom job interview. I was naked for that. That was pretty fun. I considered doing this naked, but I thought that would be a little inappropriate, I guess, for the grandmas watching. But yeah, I'm feeling good. You know, I've been living in a moo-moo, and I have fruit flies. It's going well. I feel good about myself. My new masturbation technique is Purelling the fuck out of my hands and then touching the fuck out of my face. That's it, baby. I'm getting hot.
here's an impression of me talking to my roommates during the quarantine. Are you ready? So, what are your names? I didn't know that. I mean, pretty awkward. We don't speak. They probably think I'm crazy right now because I'm yelling in my room, and it's awkward. Yeah, coronavirus fucking sucks. I don't know, man. I really turn into the vilest version of myself. It is disgusting. But yeah, anyway, before coronavirus, we got to talk about who we are as people, right? I have a theater degree. Having a theater degree is a lot like having no degree. Having a theater degree, it doesn't necessarily turn you into a professional actor, but it does turn you into a bisexual who loves to cry. There we go. Shayna and Sarah really love that one. A couple bisexuals about to hook up right there. My mom recently asked me, she was like, Maggie, what are you doing for a living? I was like, Mom, I do so much. I'm doing stand-up, I'm doing improv. This is obviously before coronavirus. I'm doing all of these things. She's like, wow, Maggie, I had no idea there were so many ways to not make money. It's like, yeah, I'm killing it. Am I vomiting right now? Anyway, I'm going for a breakup, but Corona is really teaching me a lot about myself. I went through this breakup, right, and 9th time, same guy. Kind of rough. Yeah, kind of rough. But the thing is, I think this is the final time we're breaking up because he was crying on my chest, saying goodbye, which I was pretty into. There's only one thing you can do when your ex is crying on your chest. You have to take pictures of him, which is what I did. So, yeah. Tell me if you guys think this is a red flag in terms of relationships. 2 years into my relationship with my ex, he was like, finally, babe, we're bonding. Right after he made me try cocaine. What is that about? Come on. But anyway, I'm single now. Jesus, quarantine single. And I think I'm a pretty fuckable woman, What do you guys think?
Definitely.
Thank you so much. Wow. I say that because I'm a woman that is alive. I think that's kind of all you need, right? Yeah, I'm breathing, so somebody fuck her, right? Okay. But then I doubt my beauty because I was out to dinner with my really good friend who's a model, okay? Mm-hmm. And this guy came over to us, and he goes over to her and is like, hey, excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And then he turned to me and was like, good afternoon. Which was rough. That was rough on me. But yeah, I kind of live for attention from guys at this point, especially in quarantine. It's like all I need to do is like text a dude and I feel good about myself. But in quarantine, before quarantine, I had this dream about getting attention from guys, right? This is how much I live for it. It's in my dreams. So I had this dream about this hot guy, right? And in the dream, he told me that I had bad breath. And then he ripped my mouth off my face. Whoa, that was crazy. And then in the dream, with this bleeding, gaping hole in my face, I still managed to say, like, hey, do you want to hang out? So sad. Aww. So sad, guys. So I've been talking to my parents a lot. I used to live with them, which is crazy. They are really old. My dad is 82 and my mom is 72, and they still have sex.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah, laugh all you want, but it's not. And I know because I would hear it, and listen at the door. Anyway, I think it's important to know that I was nervous for them because it's like, I didn't know if they were coming or going, Anyway, I used to have this part-time job where I was like, teaching middle school boys drama, and I think they thought I was like this young hot teacher. At least I'd like to think so, right? And so they would sometimes be like flirting with me, right? I sensed it, and I was always like flirting back, you know. I was like, where is this going? You know, I don't have time for these mind games, little baby. I'm like, I'll see you in detention, you little bitch.
Oh, man.
I'm like, get to class. I think I love you. Yeah, I don't know how much time I've been doing, but I have this one woman show about being a sex witch, and I'd love to share with you a song from it.
Yes.
So basically, I went to all girls Catholic school, and so basically, the one rule about going to all girls Catholic school is that you have to be a teen witch, right? So my friend got me into it, and she was like, "Hey Maggie, you're a witch." I was like, "Hell yeah, this is my dream come true. I feel special." And she was like, "I'm a witch too." So here's a little song. Guys, I have a piano under me.
What?
So what?
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do this song. My roommates, we don't speak, you know, where it's gonna be awkward. They're gonna hear me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I was a teen witch for years. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Singing? Okay. All right. 13 to 15. Yeah. Let's be clear. You might want to ask me why. Oh, 'cause magic made me feel so alive. To be honest, I had lots of candles to light, and I would watch Charm all day and night. Killing it. Oh, me and my friend would do that on repeat. Oh, being a witch was an easy feat. Plus, I mostly just got eaten out. That's what being a witch is about. Yeah, I mostly just got eaten out. That's what being a witch is about. Are you guys on board, or is this there were some fingers too. Sometimes you'd use one, yeah, sometimes two. We'd make out and then we'd cry. Oh God, magic makes you feel so alive. To be honest, I didn't cast that many spells. I just showered in lots of my veg when it smelled. And I know you assume my gal pal made me come, but I didn't orgasm till age 21 years later. I thought it was over, totally unrelated. Plus, I mostly just got eaten out. That's what being a witch is about. Yeah, I mostly just got eaten out. That's what being a witch is about. There's the song. One last thing, guys. I have a poem about Love is Blind. Have I gone over time? Should I stop? I can stop.
No, you should say the poem.
Okay, I'll do the poem. Okay, this is called Quarantine, Love is Blind Paradise. My smile congealed on the face that I never touch. Breadcrumbs leak out of my holes. Love is blind, my elixir, liquid candy crush. Both I and Jessica are growing so old. My third eye blossoms in this castle of peace, meats and cheeses all over my chest. Red wine and smoke give me killer release. I can't move. I have a bed sore. I'm blessed. Someone embrace me. I am so alone. Mark, Damien, Kenny, or Kelly? Prince, please come kiss me before I melt into bones. An egg and cheese on my skeleton belly. That's it, guys. That's my time. Thanks.
Thank you, Maggie. Amazing.
Thank you, Maggie.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Are you doing another show this week or not yet?
I have a show on Saturday.
Cool.
A live stream show with the Duplex at 9.
Cool.
So I guess log into the Duplex Instagram.
Ah, sweet.
That's at some, like a club or something
Yeah.
in New York.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Woo!
Thanks, Maggie. I hope your roommates it's not too awkward anymore.
I'm sure they're disturbed, but what can you do?
That's okay. Cool. So we're gonna switch out of the comedy world for a moment, but not really, because if you know this next performer, you know she fits just as well in the comedy world as she does in any world. She's a hilarious human, a brilliant writer, poet. I like to call her, she's going to be surprised by this because I don't know that she's ever heard me actually call her this, but I like to call her the sister that I never had. So she's coming from Albany, New York, and here she comes to share some of her poetry with you, Kylie Gorski. Woo!
Thank you.
There you
That is
are.
very sweet. You have never said that to me out loud.
I have not, but I have now.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm keeping with the theme. It won't be too difficult of a transition, because my poem also involves witches and cats. So that's what it is.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Let's see if I can do it from memory.
Sweet.
Relish the simplicity like Bemis, his library. Looked around at end times. Isn't it quiet? Isn't it nice? It's the perfect time to seek a witch's sage advice. Born in a shelter, would anyone want her? Sweet feline familiarity. She started as a house cat, but there was so much more that she would come to be. She had a vet with an impatience bone deep, had a vet whose only two loves were animals and sleep. Diagnosis, nagging boredom, acute isolation. Felt useless to kindness, but had a strong constitution. I met this vet, the butcher's daughter, afraid of the slaughter. She'd only set fire to your house in the pouring rain. Smelled the ashes and petrichor, and still I went back for more. She helped me planting seeds in New York soil. They will say this march was royal. Family here since there were colonies. The roots grow through our hearts now, and the butcher tells me only Mother Nature will have her say, but it won't be timber. Maybe blow away, blow away, blow away. She married a nurse's daughter who lost her father. I am her apple. She is my mirror, but he is my tree, and he reflects me. I was a nurse's daughter who lost my mother, but I'm her apple, and she is my mirror, and father is my tree. And he's here reflecting me. Thank you.
Wow, Kylie. Wow. Really beautiful.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
So I don't have I'm not an artist by trade, but I do have a donation link to suggest.
Oh, cool.
So, is it mirrored? I don't know if it's going to be mirrored or not.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's
Oh,
good.
it is? Okay.
Yep, it's good.
It's give.cdcfoundation.org.
Cool.
And you can choose different programs, but they have ones for healthcare workers right now. So they really need it. And I'm at sticky.datesky because I like to say I'm a Polish dried fruit pudding.
Awesome. Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you, Rich.
That was awesome. So cool. So we're going to come back actually right into DeKalb, and I'm going to get out of the way. And my partner in life and all things, Rachel Yoder, is going to sit down. And I think she's written something that's talks a little bit about what we're going through and what she's going through right now, and what, you know, a little bit of what we're all going through. So I'm going to let Rachel sit right down and read her little poem to you guys.
Hey guys, how are you, internet? I don't usually write stuff. Like, usually I'm just an actor, and I like to just like say words that other people have written and not words that I've written. But lately I have a lot more time on my hands, so I wrote a thing, and I'm gonna read it to you. And this is called Pandemic Thought Cycle. I'm fine. We are fine. It's okay. I am more than fine. I am grateful. I am lucky. I can honestly say I would not trade my situation for anyone's. I am healthy. I have shelter, power, food, structure, friends, school, a job, income, my partner, my family, my God. How fucking lucky am I? I will adapt. Look how fucking well I will adapt. I will be the best at adapting. I will be so creative. I will be so proud of how I adapted. I will rise. Look at all the silver linings. I power on. 16 boxes. Familiar faces. Familiar voices. Familiar joy. Your calming voice guides me to sit on the ground. Feel your bones on the earth. Breathe. Oh. Sadness. Anger. Stiff muscles holding tension of denial soften, and I feel grief. I am filled with longing. Longing to see your face, not a pixel approximation of your outline. To hear your voice, not the sound of your voice through your mic out my speaker, deconstructed, broken into bits and bytes, a reformed, cheapened knockoff version of your sound. I want the sound of your lungs, through your throat, out your mouth, that vibrates through the room and collides with my skin, and I wonder, this positive attitude, silver lining culture, this buck up and smile, make the best of it culture, this swallow it, bury it, roll with it culture, will we settle in? Well, isn't this nice after all? Not to have to leave the house. It's really, isn't it the same? I see the merits in this new normal. Watch me adapt. I can adapt. I will adapt. But what will we learn to accept? Is this creatively coping, or an ominous shadow of a future where the bits and the bytes and the pixels and zeros and ones become all that we know? Is there a day when the feel of your body by mine becomes strange? Is there such a thing as too much silver lining? Breathe. Your anger is healthy. Your stiff muscles ache to keep you in discomfort, to remind you that this is not normal. Your body is asking you to remember who you are. Numb your anger at the risk of numbing your soul. Breathe. Feel your bones on the earth. I am fine. It's okay. We are fine. I am more than fine. I am grateful. I'm lucky. My God, how fucking lucky I am. And that's it. Thanks, guys!
Wow. I hadn't heard that before. That was intense. Shit. Cool. Nice job, honey.
Thanks.
That was good. You write, you act.
Not
Jeez, man, that's crazy. Cool. So we're going to keep it moving in the theater-ish world. Not ish, the actual theater world.
It's theater.
It's not ish, it's theater.
It is 100% theater.
Yeah, this, I don't know, like, I'm going to say this for you, but, like, I feel like this next person, well, half of this next group is, like, the sister that you never had.
For sure.
Yeah. So, so we're going to go back to New York City.
It's not Paul, spoiler
It's
alert.
not Paul, right?
I'm not the sister.
Yeah. So I'm going to introduce Dana Goodnight, and Paul Diderick in New York City, and they're going to share, I believe, a scene with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Our spare room theater.
Yeah.
Founded today.
Nice.
So welcome into our little room in New York City.
Woo.
We do have the window open. You may hear the occasional jazz that New York City plays all the time. We'll call it jazz, less I think.
It's Dominican jazz.
So yeah, up here in Washington Heights.
Nice. Woo.
All right, so we're gonna be doing a scene from The End by Dan Dietz, and then I'll do kind of like a little plug.
Nice.
All right. In the end, it was a really good idea.
Such a good idea.
Each person,
I mean, this was like back when, the apocalypse was nigh.
each and every person,
I mean, we're talking on the planet here.
every single person chooses a single object to carry with them into the new world.
Besides like food and clothes and stuff.
One thing. No. Obviously, it can't be too big.
The operative word here is carry.
So nothing living, no like rare or beautiful houseplants, no.
But, a pack of rare and beautiful seeds, yes.
Your beloved pet goldfish, no.
But the little castle at the bottom of his little glass bowl, yes. Champagne? No, but the cork from a bottle of champagne.
You get the picture. So it started small, this idea. A few people talked about it online with each other, and then in no time flat,
It became like a worldwide thing.
the one thing movement.
Everyone was doing it.
Everyone agreed it was such a good idea.
Such a good idea.
We all posted pictures of our one things online, and we all felt kind of like one planet for once.
Instead of the fractured, buzzing mess that we actually were.
One world, one thing.
That's what we named it.
And yes, eventually judgment started to set in, and yes, we looked at each other's postings.
And we liked and disliked them and rated them, according to visual/emotional/ironic appeal. And
because the thing about the apocalypse is it always takes longer to arrive than you think. Leave enough people in a room,
or in the world,
long enough.
They're going to start making a beauty pageant out of something.
But still, it was one world. For once.
For once.
So when the disaster came,
When the oceans rose and our cities drowned.
when the asteroid came and shattered half the planet,
When the aliens
the
came
missiles,
down, the super virus came
we all took our one things into our shelters.
onto our rafts.
Within our sterilized government bubbles,
Yeah.
and we wrote it out. And those of us who died, their bodies were burned,
Buried.
slipped into the sea. And then their one things were left behind with them. It only seemed right.
We all agreed.
It was the right thing to do.
Yeah. It was amazing.
There was an unconscious worldwide agreement on this.
People just knew.
If you died, your one thing died with you, even if it was useful.
Even if the New World might need it.
We all understood the fragility of worlds, the empty promises they made.
So if you shuffled off your coil,
The new world would just have to do without your one thing.
and if you were trekking along in the post-melted ice cap, asteroid-shattered, nuclear-wasted, alien-raped, virus-ravaged landscape,
And you found what was obviously someone's one thing.
obvious because everyone agreed to write the letters OT on whatever their one thing was. There was actually a handy list of how to say that and show these in multiple languages.
If you found one, everyone unconsciously agreed. You passed it by. It became a shrine to that soul. That person who, like you, like me, was here.
It was kind of beautiful.
This landscape of occasional mundane objects, photographs, a jar of marbles, popping up in the middle of nowhere with the letters O-T written on them.
Fountain pens, a single doyle, clinging delicately to a charred tree, a cork from the bottle of champagne.
You'd see all these things and more as people resettled, rebuilt, reknit themselves into new societies, and told stories of how, long ago, everything in the whole wide world went... Okay,
Wow.
so that was our scene.
Wow.
It's a great play called The End. If you have a chance and you'd like to read it, I'm sure you can find the PDF somewhere, but I highly recommend. It's mostly humorous, but we wanted to do something that was a little more on point tonight.
Yeah, that was a nice choice.
We actually digitals of it. There's probably
yes,
a
if anyone
lawsuit
would like a PDF,
somewhere
please
in
just
there.
let us know. So I just wanted to plug. God, it's so hard to choose like what to plug right now. But
No,
okay, one
do it.
thing I just always recommend calling your local animal shelter and checking it out. A lot of people were surrendering their pets because they thought they would catch COVID-19 from them. So foster if you can, or if you can't, just have Amazon send them a bag of dog food. The other thing that I wanted to plug real quick is that recently it come up that our back of house staff for the restaurant that I work for is struggling to take advantage of the government assistance that is currently happening because most of them are non-citizens. So we are currently setting up a GoFundMe for them so they can afford to actually feed their families and pay their rent.
That's great.
So if you feel like giving money to any of those things, but specifically to the non-citizen workers of Harlem Public, which is the restaurant that I work for, you can just Venmo at Cody Bouge.
Oh, wow.
Cody.
We know Cody.
Love Cody.
We love Cody.
So he's setting up the GoFundMe for them.
Oh, cool.
And I would love to keep you updated on all that. So if you're interested, just my email is danagoodnight@gmail.com.
Sweet. Thank you guys. That was awesome. You hopefully you both perform together a lot because that's like gold.
That works for you.
It's actually a one person like.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's like the entire cast of the show. It's all different vignettes. They're like assign these lines however you want, break up sentences, whatever. So we just kind of put it together in a way that made sense for two people, essentially.
Yeah, you really reached us. I felt really like it was just you in the room talking to me. Like it just really touched and moved me, definitely.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
that was awesome. Thank you guys. All right, I'm gonna put myself back there. Cool. That was awesome. So now we're gonna switch over. We're gonna hop from New York City up to upstate New York to Rochester, New York. This next performer, I have known. She and I have known each other for close to 10 years. We worked together on a show that I directed, and she starred in when she can probably correct me if I'm getting this wrong when she comes on, but she might have been probably somewhere in the 9 to 10-year-old range, and I don't know. She'll tell you how old?
13.
13. All right. And so is now in her senior year of college, and so her name is Sydney Howard, and she is going to delight you with a song. Welcome, Sydney.
Hi everybody. So I worked with Michael. We worked together so long ago, and I just remember the big thing you would always talk about is fun, play, yes, yeah, and like that has just stuck with me so much. And I think that that's something right now that we all can, use as we try to, kind of like what in Rachel's poem, where the silver lining thing. But I think we need to do that just to stay sane.
Yeah.
And so tonight I'd like to do a song called Moon River that I'm sure you all know. And I think the lyrics are pretty ambiguous, but my take on its meaning is that it's kind of about the nature of time and like our place in time. And because we're always longing for change, and we're always longing to have what we don't. And we usually, go out into the world and we go and pursue that. But at the same time, we also stay connected to our childhoods. And so, right now I'm a senior in college, and this is my last semester. And right now is not the time when I really expected to be connected to my childhood in the way that I'm being connected to it, because I'm back at home right now. And so I think that this song kind of expresses that, we're all longing for what we don't have, but we also appreciate what we have had. And there's also a really awesome sense of hope moving forward for it. So this is Moon River. I'm crossing you in style someday. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend. And me.
Sydney,
That's all for me. I hope you all stay happy and sane and healthy, and then you get to go back to your wonderful lives.
Sydney, that you should know that I think the internet just exploded. Actually, it's no longer functioning because you blew it apart. The comments flying by are like, my phone is there's smoke coming out of my phone. But I also just wanted to thank you for what you said up front and the context you gave us for that song, and just for sharing your absolutely beautiful gift with all of us. I can't thank you enough, and it's been my real honor to know you for all these years and watch you, in all your shows throughout the years, and to see, what you're able to do now and what we all know you're going to do in the future. It's a real honor. So thanks for sharing that with us.
Thanks so much, Michael.
So now we are going to, we're going to go like really far away now. We're going to go all the way across the country to LA to visit with Courtney Lavender, who, as you will see, is going to share some of her beautiful music with us as well. And it's such an interesting connection that we have to Courtney. Rachel's mother is not only an amazing human who does a lot for a lot of people in this world, but she's a humongous U2 fan. And if you know anything about U2 fans, they travel in like hordes, like posses. Yeah, posses, sorry. And Courtney, I think Courtney's a part of Rachel's mother's posse, and we that's how we initially met, and now we've become like huge fans of Courtney. So here she is. There she is. Hey, Courtney.
Hello. Well, likewise, you guys are brilliant. Rachel, that poem was outstanding.
Man.
But, and I can't believe I have to sing after after that gorgeous rendition of Moon River. There's definitely a frog in my throat today. So this is really cool. Rachel, Michael, thank you for having me. I want to sing this song that I live basically in the mountains in LA, or very close to them, in the foothills. And so this is kind of a love song to nature, but it's also about the way that we can tap into nature, or use nature to tap into our own nature and to slow down, which I think is something that everybody is having to do right now. It's called Canyons. Can you hear this okay?
Yeah, you're good.
In the quiet of the trees, in the whisper of thin creek, I hear a symphony. death feeds into life, and the slowness of time, and all its mystery. Free me, take this weight upon me, leave me with a simple offering. Let my heart beat slow. Let my heart beat slow. I walk ghosts in the canyon sheer slope. They remember me. They carved my face in stone, so I'd recall my home and all our history. Free me to take this weight upon me, leave me with a simple offering. Let my heart beat slow. Take my bones for shelter, my flesh for feast. Wrap my blood to a calmer stream, set my pulse to a slower beat. Free me, take this weight upon me, leave me with a simple offering. Let my heart beat slow. Release me from this weight upon me. Leave me with a simple offering. Let my heart beat slow. Let my heart beat slow.
Nice.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'll do one more song. A year ago, I had to have emergency eye surgery in my left eye to save my sight, and I found myself at home for 3 months. And I have 2 awesome roommates who took great care of me, but for most of the time I was alone and full of anxiety, as you can imagine. And this time now is reminding me so much of that time, and how I had to call upon parts of myself that I didn't know existed, or parts of myself that were sleeping or quiet or whatever, just to rise up, as somebody else said. And this song isn't about that, but it's definitely informed by it. I was at a yoga class with our drummer, and our yoga teacher at one point said, "Raise your heart a little higher." And our drummer was like, that's a chorus. So she largely influenced this song, or partly wrote this song. So it's called "Raise Your Heart." Words never made it to paper, like punching at the glass of a two-way mirror. It's I who's in my way. Blood still pumping if you open a vein. Truth will bleed out if you put it to page. And I hear you say, raise your heart just a little bit more, raise your heart just a little bit more, a little bit. Message comes as a thought, as a rule. Rise up, some pain into fuel, and I must obey. Raise your heart just a little bit more, raise your heart just a little bit more, a little bit I never wanted at you. I only wanted at you. We all will suffer, we'll always suffer, but maybe. Maybe raise your heart just a little bit more, raise your heart just a little bit more, raise your heart just a little bit more, raise your heart just a little bit, a little bit.
Woo! That was beautiful, Courtney.
Courtney, the internet needs to know where we can hear more of your
Yeah,
music.
the internet is asking where they can find more of your music. Is it, where do they, like Spotify, iTunes, where can they find your music?
We're called X's and Arrows.
What's that?
X's and Arrows, XS and Arrows. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. Come hang out with us on Instagram, Facebook. I post a lot on Instagram.
Cool.
But yeah, Amazon, Deezer, anywhere you can find X's and Arrows.
Ah, sweet.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Courtney. That was
you,
awesome.
Courtney.
Beautiful.
Thank
Cool.
you.
So now we're going to, let me put myself up. Kev, I hope you're ready, man. Where are you? I see you there. Yep. Cool. So now we're going to go back to the Bronx. We're going all the way back across the country to the Bronx to a really special person. Kevin and I have been friends for a long time, 5-6 years. We worked together. We were, a lot of artists living and working in New York City know how hard it is to, keep your art going, but also live and survive and pay the bills and pay the rent, and you get those survival jobs. And this next artist and I worked in the trenches together for a long time, and I knew from the day I met him that he was just a really, really special human, had a lot of talent, and you're going to see that right here. And I think he's got something special for us. I think he's dropping a world premiere on us tonight, so I'll let him tell you about that. I hope I got that right, but hey, let me, is that right, Kev?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There
How
he
you
is.
Feeling, man? How's everybody doing out there?
Woo!
Man? Yeah, man. Definitely a blessing. Definitely a pleasure to be here this evening. Mike, thank you again.
Yeah, man.
Like you said, man, been knowing you a couple years now, and man, you're like my guardian angel, man. Definitely got to say that, man. So we're gonna get this going. You was definitely right about this being a world premiere. Like he said, I've been doing my thing and hustling and bustling in hospitality, but definitely got a passion in this music and entertainment craft. So I'm here with DJ Trixie the Magnificent.
Woo!
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Y'all very talented. Anyone that just performed.
Everybody, shout out to everybody that was doing their thing tonight. The comedians, the artists, everybody, man. We out here doing our thing, man, for real.
Nice.
Woo! So we gonna get it going. We gonna play this song. Y'all let me know if y'all hear everything.
All right, we're good.
Mike, give me a thumbs up.
You're good.
So SoundCloud right now. You can have a bunch of money, still not use it right. I have a pocket full of faith and never lose your sight. That's one thing I never lose aside. Is when you down and out to them to send the music side. Keep my head high, fake fire. In the booth, make it straight fire. Straight fire. All these niggas straight cap, they liars. Sit back, parlay. Watch it all transpire. Last man stands, stick it to the plan of the night. Another 100 grand in the rubber band. Never fail. I came with a heart too passionate. Bet it all. Knew from the start that I had to spit. Cold phone, double cup with ice. Had to have a sip. You understand the good when you see bad. Devil's advocate. And I'm just glad I made it. On my own time, still getting faded.
Striving to be great, you really want to see. Gotta be ready, lose some friends and family. Just keep the faith in God, know He got a plan for me. Just keep the faith, you know He ready, map that out for me. You're striving to be great, you really want to see. Gotta be ready, lose some friends and family. Just keep the faith in God, know He got a plan for me. Just keep the faith, you know He ready, map that out for me.
How you expect to reach the top and you ain't putting no work in? You're alone in Miami now, found my purpose. Still in the comfort zone, claiming they won't flourish. Some niggas that call me out, but they ain't find no service. Demonstrations speak loud, so I don't say too much. Too right, and good karma come away too clutch. Yeah, and I'm just glad I made it. On my own time, still getting faded.
Skimming life, you gonna take some losses. On my L's, let's move forward. Be humble, don't slip. Still jungle, 10 toes dipped. Put the work, it's time to sit with bosses. Pay the price, acting with the courses. With the turn, stay hungry, focused. Fuck your haters, the right ones, the struggles. You really want to see. Gotta be ready, lose some friends and family. Just keep the faith in God, know He got a plan for me. Just keep the faith, you know He ready, map that out for me. Be striving to be great, you really want to see. Gotta be ready, lose some friends and family. Just keep the faith in God, know He got a plan for me. Just keep the faith, you know He ready, map that out for me.
We out here, man. That was it right there.
Nice. Kev, man, that was dope.
Thank y'all, man. That's gonna be everywhere.
Where can people find it?
United Access with that. We're gonna go everywhere. Spotify in like 7 days. So y'all look out for that. I'll definitely be keeping Mike up to date with everything. It's been a pleasure being here, man. It's been a pleasure being here
cool.
with y'all.
Kev, it looks like YouTube's blowing up on this. Where can people, if they go to SoundCloud, like what are they looking for?
So right now, you're gonna go to SoundCloud and you're gonna type in soundcloud.com/Parlay Lavon, PARLAYLAVON.
Cool.
And it'll be the first song you see right there, man. You'll be able to click it, enjoy it, you know.
Nice. Thanks, Kev. That was awesome.
Thanks, Kev.
Kev's a veteran too.
Rachel, what's up?
Kev goes back to Talk Hard, day one Talk Hard in New York, man. So happy to work with you. Nice. All right, everybody. We're going to move on to our final performer of the night. You're looking at her right now. This is the amazing Betty Mcintyre. And Betty, Betty holds a real special place in Rachel and my hearts. Betty's coming to you straight out of, is it Westport, Maine, Betty?
Westbrook.
Westbrook, Maine. And Betty came into our lives in Maine when we were doing some work up in Maine, and it was just a tough time for us. And you know, people say these kind of things all the time, but we really mean it. And you know, when you talk about angels, like Kev was talking about guardian angels, but you know, there are people that are sent to you at times that are so difficult that you just don't think you can make it through them. And Betty came into our lives at this time, and she is absolutely an angel, and we're the only reason. She's the only reason we came out of that experience alive, basically, and unscathed. So she's not only a huge talent and an educator, and has just the patience of a saint. But she's gonna close us out with her beautiful voice and her beautiful music, and I think she's got a special treat for us at the very end too. So take it away, Betty.
Well, thank you. That's quite the warm up. The song I had thought I would sing tonight was "We Live on Borrowed Time," which is by David Friedman. It's a gorgeous song. If you get a chance to listen to it, please do. I heard Norm Lewis do it up here a couple times, but I didn't quite get it put together as well as I'd like, so I resorted to an older song of mine. And one of the differences between the other acts we've seen tonight, which I've enjoyed because they're different things that I wouldn't normally go and hear, just because I'm kind of the elder of the moment, so therefore I look at things a little differently. And not only am I the elder, but I'm a church musician, and as well as a piano teacher and all that other stuff. So my perspective might be a little bit different. As far as this quarantine goes, I've tried to focus as much as I can on the things that can give me gratitude, because otherwise it's easy to lose it. And I'm at a different place on life's road, and so therefore it might be a little easier for me. But nonetheless, this is a song that I wrote when I was young, but my son requested that I sing it tonight since I wasn't quite ready for borrowed time. Cool. So it's called simply "Thank You, Lord." Thank you, Lord, for the song I sing. Thank you, Lord, for the love you bring. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me safe. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me strong. Oh, without you, what would I do? I would be. Thank you, Lord, for giving this day. Thank you, Lord, for the words can say. Thank you, Lord, for giving me time. Thank you, Lord, for this life I call mine. Oh, without you, what could I do? Thank you, Lord, for giving me friends. Thank you, Lord, for these blessings you send. Thank you, Lord, for giving me hope. Thank you, Lord, for Yeah,
Nice.
that's definitely one of the camel wavers. But you know, whether it's the love of God or the love of whoever you got right next to you, either way is how we get by.
Nice.
That's right.
That's right.
And the other thing that I thought I would share, I'm trying to say, I don't have my big picture here, so I think
You're
I'm
good.
right.
Yeah, that's great.
This one doesn't have words.
Cool.
I've always been fascinated with the concept of time, the way it always feels odd and different, and hoping sometime to be able to travel somehow through it, or at least eventually understand it. But this song addresses, without words, some of the feelings I get when it comes to that.
That was really nice, Betty.
Well, thank you.
Really nice.
I could go on and on because that is way too tempting. But I won't. So here's my surprise.
Oh, cool.
I knew that there would have all of these wonderful musicians here, which has been most assuredly true. And so I thought, what is something that we could do together? Knowing that collaboration is a lot more complicated than I'm used to doing, because this is my first time on a Zoom performance and YouTube or anything else. So I'm not sure if it actually worked well or not. But anyway,
It did.
What I've got for us is a very simple old song that perhaps your Grammy sang you, or if there's anybody older in the audience, they might enjoy. And it's something good, just a feel-good song, You Are My Sunshine. So I am hoping that you'll sing along. If you feel like playing along guitar, folks, it's in the key of D.
People seem very excited about it.
Sing, play, whatever you feel like. It's just simply a nice, feel-good, something we can do together. There's 3 verses, and the refrain is, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
We got it.
Unless, of course, you've been in Maine, because it has been raining for the last 3 days, and it's all gray and yucky. So we're going to leave that behind.
Cool.
The other night, dear, as I was sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. Here we go.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray.
You'll never know, dear, how much I love you.
Please don't take my sunshine away.
I'll always love you and make you happy. And you will stay the same. But if you leave me to another, you'll regret it all someday.
You are my sunshine,
the only sunshine. You make me happy.
You never know, dear, how much I love you.
Please don't take my sunshine away. Told me once, dear, you really love me, and no one else could come between. But now you've left me and love another. You have shattered all my dreams.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Make me happy, skies are gray. Never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy, skies are gray. You'll never know how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Woo! I know, Betty, I know you don't know much about the Zoom and the YouTube, but the YouTube just broke because I think they were singing along too, and it was a big hit. That was awesome.
Well, a lot of what I do is either accompanying or a church group, so I'm used to having people singing with me. I'm not used to being a star, so.
But you're our star, Betty. You are a star. You're our star. Thank you, Betty. I just want to say, gonna bring. How do I get everybody together at the gallery viewer? Oh, there is that everybody? Yeah, right. Sweet. I got everybody all at once. Yay. I just want to say thank you first to all of you beautiful faces and hearts and souls and all of you incredible artists who took this risk with us that we weren't sure was going to work, but I think we agree it worked. And it really, like I was saying to Sydney, but like goes for everyone, thank you so much. This was so touching and so moving for you all to like jump on this and do this with us. And it was just like, I'm near tears because it's like exactly what I think it's what we need. We all needed this, and thank you for taking that risk and trusting that we could do this. And thank you to everyone watching on YouTube. There's my phone is like the comments are just flying right now. So thank you for watching. We're gonna do this every Thursday night. So everyone that performed tonight, you're welcome back anytime. Spread the word. We'll invite other people. Anyone. We'll watch someone paint for 5 minutes. Like anything at all. Just an outlet for artists and to share the love and to connect with each other. So thank you guys so much. Really, it means the world to us. I hope everybody really enjoyed. And
wash your hands.
Wash your hands and stay home and do all the things. And we'll see you. Nice, Kylie. We'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Talk on.
Woo!
A bunch of ice right next to the